Alright, so this one's going to be a little bit different than the ones that I usually do. Usually I do them in JToH, but since Zone 8 is one of the most unoptimized areas in the entire game, and I could hardly even run it while fully optimizing, I'm going to do it here, so I can actually record it. It's crazy, right? You think after 20 plus areas they'd know how to optimize fine, but I guess not, so here we are. Okay, so Tower of Descent Into Exile. So this tower, I don't like it, but we're doing this anyway. I'm gonna hit the low detail mode button, and I'm getting DMs. And we're gonna do that. Okay. Now, so for this first thing, I just bounce off the truss and land here. You know, pretty simple. This just holds space. Bounce off of it. So you can either like wiggle in here, or you can go around. I think the ladder's easier, so do that. I usually do this in ghost mode, shift lock. Just angle yourself out from around the wall, go high up, off, turn in. You have to turn and lodge after hitting the button, then you can slide yourself down. If you don't know how to lodge, don't even drive this tower, you're not beating it. So, actually, I'll explain how to lodge a little bit. So basically what you want to do is when you jump into a lodge, you want to turn in and then turn forward. So you, like, holding D, you don't have to hold space, but you just, if you hold D, you're just stuck here like this. Then what you can do is, if you hold W as well, you can turn to the side, and you can start moving. So, if you're holding W and D, you need to turn to the left to shimmy forward. And if you're holding W and A, I'm really bad at holding W and A, I never do it. Then you have to turn to the right to move forward. But I'm going to be doing this holding W and D because that is way more dominant for me. But, yeah, basically you just want to be like, just want to turn forward. That's very easy. This jump, I just like to jump in place a few times before I do it. This jump sucks because you get, like, stuck on this wall because it's a different, like, part. I don't know why. It didn't used to be like that, but they decided to change it, so, okay. Whatever. Anyway, drop down here, turn a lot before doing the flick, and then just like go through. It's not very hard. Jump onto this balloon. So you need to land on this pusher, but you won't jump off of it. You'll just fall off of the zip line. So you got to get like momentum and then just turn in at the end. Yeah, no, this thing is stupid. I don't even know why that's a thing. This freaking balloon is so bad. Yeah, just turn in, land on that, and then you'll push over this truss, do this flick. If you're on 75 FPS, then you're going to need to realign on this truss because you just won't jump. But if you're on 60, you can just hold D and press space and turn in. But if you're on 75, realign like that, then turn in at the end. This wrap sucks. It's really far for no reason. But it's just a wrap, so there's nothing to say about it. Okay, floor 2. When the hammer gets over to you, waste no time to just immediately wrap around the wall. Because if you wait for the hammer to start moving, you're going to make it way harder for yourself. So as soon as it gets over to you, just wrap around the wall immediately. And then wrap around this wall. Ghost mode shift lock for this jump. Click. This jump, I also do in Ghost. I do a lot of jumps on this tower, ghost mode shift lock, so I'm going to stop saying it. I'm just going to like kind of do it. Yeah, don't get stuck on the wall. I don't know why that happened, but around the wall, around it. For this jump's weird. I do it in a really weird way. Normally people just do it like a flick, which is pretty simple on its own, but I like to just turn to the right and then hold D and jump like I'm doing like a normal jump and then turn in quickly. I don't know why, because like the shift lock just like stopped working for me. Or just like shift flicking just stopped working for me on this jump. I don't know why, so I just do it like that. This, wrap around it one. You can wrap around this as many times as you need to, but like I just do it once and twice. And jump and flick. Flick from here over to here. Don't waste any time getting on this platform going up. Even if you don't make it, you could still just go here either way. For this conveyor, I go on it normally until I get through like these two walls here, and then I only start turning once I get past them, like that. Like you could just like turn forward, and as long as you're kind of holding D, and then like you hold like W at the end, that you should just make it. Not a really big deal. This jump is I'm still lagging, and I pressed the LDM button. I think this tower's just unoptimized. I don't know. Anyway, just like, don't go too high up, and then go like about halfway up, and then turn to the right and grab. So this jump right before it's about to go down. And then, okay, this is pretty tricky. So you gotta jump onto it, jump, hit the button above, and then jump through this wall and land on a truss. So right when it's about to go down, so like right now, jump, and then I just unshift lock the truss. That jump's pretty tricky. This jump sucks. So you have to like flick and hit the wall with your arm to make it disappear, and then flick over to here. I don't like shift flicking this because like I feel like it's way harder to get back. I don't know. Usually I just hold D and just do a normal flick. Just be safe about it, just so you don't like miss, so you don't go out too far and you can't get back. Look through the top, make sure you're not gonna head hit her when you flick up. Okay, floor 3. So hit the ball button. And then you just hold D, or just keep like tapping it, I guess. Just stay in line with the ball. And just hold space. Pretty simple. Hit this button. Get on this truss. Climb all the way up, then climb back down and flip. So this, I jump to it at the peak. When the ball reaches like the peak height, I jump to it, and then I immediately jump off of it and get on the trusses, like. Pretty simple. I know some people, like, for some reason, they, like, just jump down here and just, like, wait for... I don't know. I think that's, like, really stupid. So... on it. But, yeah, just jump to it at the peak. Like, now. Jump off of it immediately. This jump is awful. That jump is just muscle memory, but it is fucking awful, I'm telling you, dude. Its jump is so bad. You can get bumped off it so easily. I don't know how this didn't get changed, but jump is so bad. I usually do it in third person because I can't do it in first person. I mean, I can. I guess my flipping is just better today, but like I don't know. Usually I can't do that jump. Long wrap. All right, so you gotta jump onto this truss and flick off before the red spotlight comes back. Or hitting this will teleport you back to the beginning of floor 3. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Also, I should mention, if you fall on top of this, you're fine. You can just wrap out over to here. And if you don't want to wrap to like the slanted truss, you can just do that. Okay, now this part. So you gotta get on this, flick off, and then go on these honey blocks. Just like kind of glide your way around. That jump gets way easier the more you do it. It's just, I don't know, it's weird. Easy wrap. Turn like completely sideways, and then just hold W and D. You want to be at like a slight angle, but the problem is I don't know. Lodges have been kind of weird lately, and sometimes you'll just like slip right through them for like no reason, even if like you lodge correctly. It's really weird, but yeah, kind of like that. And okay, so this will insta kill you, so don't touch it. So go over here, hit this button, and then immediately fall back on this platform. Get back over here. And then you gotta quickly do that wrap. Usually I do this... Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm turning Ghost... or put God mode on. Because this tower's annoying. Where's the portal? There it is. Okay. So, yeah, this will... So this insta... Oh, my God mode turned off. Oh my goodness. I forgot about that. Exile. God mode on. There we go. Okay. Okay, so yeah, this will kill you, so don't touch it. Usually, I'll just, like, wait for it. And then I'll do it on the left, since it's just closer. But you can do it on the right. I just think it's a bit harder of a timing. I don't think... Yeah, the spotlight can't reach you on this ladder, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you can't. So you should be fine. Just go about like halfway up and then just flick forward up the sign. Bring this back on. Wrap over to here, flick up. And then just jump on this, wiggle around the wall. Pretty simple. Unfortunately, this jump's impossible. Okay, there we go. Okay, floor 4. So, I know a lot of people, they just, like, get on this, and then they, like, align, and then they jump off. I mean, yeah, you can do all that, but, like, why not just, like, okay, have, like, a slight angle to the left like this, and just... You could just do that. That's what I've always done. Just, like, the speedrunning strategy, I guess. Okay, floor 4. Good floor in a bad position. Because this is one of the harder floors, and it's the first unsafe floor. Don't know who thought of that concept, but whoever did, cut it off. Anyway, jump to the wall, land here. So, alright, this jump. So just turn your camera a lot and just shift click and like wiggle through. Just jump over to this truss. This jump sucks. So you gotta like get on like the left side of this truss, but flick farther out so you don't get stuck on the wedge. Get over. Just climb down. Don't get down momentum, just jump off and land. This jump, so I've seen people do this jump a variety of ways. I've seen people do it like this, but like, I don't know, I don't like doing it like that. The way that I've done it is I like line up to like the edge. I don't go all the way against the wall, but I go like kind of close to it, but not exactly there. Turn a little bit to the right, and then just like head hitter, kind of. If that makes sense. I don't know. This pretty much always worked for me. I think I only failed it once doing this, but I am not proving it right now because the first time I got head hittered and the second time I walked off. There we go. That's usually how I do it, but I know some people will just like that, which works too. But I started failing at doing it that way, so I stopped doing it. Don't climb the ladder here. It just doesn't work that well. I mean, okay, it worked there. I guess you could climb it, but I literally never found it to work. It just, like, I wouldn't get enough height like I just did there, or I would just hit my head. So, yeah. Anyway, moving on. This flick, get on the corner-ish. Kind of. Try to get on the corner. Just flick around the wall. Sorry, there was, like, knock at the door. Someone trying to be funny. Anyway, so, wrap right here. It's pretty simple. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, so you gotta, like, stick yourself to the honey blocks. I usually just, like, stay at, like, a weird angle, like this angle, and go around. But these honey blocks suck. They'll just, like, ungrip you sometimes, and I don't know why. It's like every honey block in this tower, they just like, sometimes they'll just ungrip you, and it's so annoying. Okay, this jump, I always thought this jump sucked, so I would just like push myself out, right here. I'd like jump I'd like hold space for a little bit, and then I'd jump. I don't know, that just helped me do the jump, I don't know why. Easy bounces. Just hold W and D, and then stop holding W and hold only D at the end. Grip that honey block. I usually just like wrap to it, and then I just like flick on the platform. Just basic wraps. Land on this with a left angle, like that, and then just jump off. I wrapped this in first person. Oh my god, I don't know if I get stuck on the wall. And then lodge, and then just turn. And hit her over to the left of this truss before going around it. Alright, and then for this, get to like the solid part of the truss right here, like the solid color, and not really like the downside. Everything between here and here. Get upper momentum, so you get like closer to it, like this. Turn to the left a lot. Hold only A, jump off, and turn in. Get to the very left side of this truss and click out. You gotta make sure you click out a lot. And then this. Turn out. Oh. Don't try to land on the side of this, just jump onto it forward, and then just turn your camera a lot when you're gonna do the jump. This jump is awful, because sometimes the two-step climb will just ungrip you for no reason. It happened to me like multiple times in real runs, and it made me angry. Okay. This, so, yeah. That wrap is pretty tight, so just try to stay close to the wall, right on the corner. This is another lodge thing. Even if you don't move, you should be fine. But as soon as it disappears, just start holding D and aim towards it. This jump's really easy. Oh, it's unnerfed here. Okay. So this is way slower. The wind is way slower in the actual game, and this truss is longer. But basically, you just try to land like here, so you can be at the top of it before it pushes you to the end, and then just flick to it. But yeah, it's unnerfed here, so don't worry about that in the real game. It's really free. Shift lock out from the wall. Make sure you have to get down on momentum there. I think. I don't know. I never made it without getting down on momentum. Long jump, don't underestimate that. This jump sucks. So, okay. So you gotta jump and turn, and it doesn't look that hard, but I missed this so many times in the real game because I don't know. It just sucks. That jump's bad. Okay. But it's really easy if you just. Yeah. Okay. Do this in first person, jump in the zipline, jump off and lodge, and then just slide forward. This jump is also trash. Gotta flick out and like. Usually if I fail this jump, you can. Don't try to do anything with this thing. There are so many like non-collidable parts on this thing. It's not even worth trying to maneuver it. But if you do land here, just like go below you. Is this whole thing collidable? Okay, this is not how it is in the actual game. Only like maybe 3 parts of this whole thing are collidable. But anyway, usually you'll just fall through it. And you'll land down. Oh my goodness. Okay. You'll land down here. And you can just walk across these walls and just kind of appear. And then you're like the end of 4th again. So, yeah. But anyway, I do this first person. I just face forward the whole time. Jump into the zip line, jump into the next one, jump off, and just throw stuff in the gap. It's pretty simple. Nothing really much to say about that. Turn a lot before doing this wrap. I do this in first person. Simple for me. I don't know how I just missed that. That was such a free jump. Get all the way to the right side of the truss. Give yourself a good angle. Shift flick. Pretty easy wrap. And now floor 6. This floor is awful. Okay, so I usually just like look kind of forward. And then you want to jump earlier than you think you have to, but not too early. Usually you'll just land on top of it. I don't know. I hardly ever failed this, so I don't know. It kind of depends. Like you'll either land on top of it or you'll grip the trusses. Depends on how the block like stops your momentum. I guess if that makes sense. Okay. I usually just hit her to the right side of the truss and then just flick off. Go to like the middle set of studs right here and then just flick. Give yourself a good angle and flick around. Yourself a double jump. That's pretty easy. This wrap is pretty far. This wrap is bad. Just yeah. Long jump. Flick around this truss, or competitor, it doesn't matter. The left side, shift lock, momentum. Jump off this right before it reaches the red and wrap around. It's pretty simple. This wrap's kind of tricky. This wrap, okay, you gotta turn a lot. Like you need to really exaggerate your turns to get around these walls. Why am I missing the zip line? There we go. And then jump off the zip line at the end and double jump up to here. This jump is awful, but if usually you can save yourself. Like if you fall down on top of here, you can just go back over here, and you're like 1 jump away from it. But yeah, you want to try to land on the right side mostly, and then just flick around. I don't know. I hate that jump. I don't think it's good. Wrap. It's simple. I just do this first person, just lodge earlier than you think you need to. Two-side climb. Oh, that's supposed to be a two-side climb, but I lagged, so it just pushed me up. Okay. This ramp is pretty tricky. Gotta focus on turning. This zipline, jump earlier than you think you have to. It's because of this wedge, because whoever made this a wedge is, I don't know, it's pretty not good. But yeah, you don't wanna hit that wedge, so jump off earlier than you think you have to. Climb down a little bit, up off, and double jump. All right, and then that's 4 through 6. All right, so for this zipline jump, when you reach the middle of the first wall, that's when you want to jump and hold D. Right about there. And now you're on 7. Okay, so 7. So 7 is also insta kill if you fail it, and this where some pretty hard jumps. So these first 2 are pretty easy. Stay towards this inner wall more. So you can grip the honey block and go around. This jump is hard. So you gotta jump into the double jump and then lodge and then fall into the truss. This jump will take a little bit of practicing to get used to, but it's not so bad once you get it. Just hopefully you don't get bugged by the double jump, because sometimes the double jumps have this weird bug where like you'll like head hitter on something. Like you'll head hitter on nothing. I don't know why they do that. It's really annoying, but whatever. Anyway, just do that flipping first person, makes it way easier. Climb down like halfway, turn a lot, and then just jump off. Do this rapid third person, it's way simpler. You can see way easier. Just wrap. This is like probably the hardest jump of 7 in my opinion. You have to push yourself out like a decent amount, and then just land. That jump's pretty hard. Just try not to get stuck on the wedge. That would suck. So this jump's pretty confusing when it comes to routing, but you gotta jump, not get stuck on that wall. We go around it, double jump at the outside of the tower, and then just go through. Jump to this truss, flick to the thing. So yeah, this wall, it has like a thing that's obviously stop you from bouncing off the wall when you do this jump. So it's kind of hard to squeeze yourself through. It's not really a big deal, though. It's supposed to be that way. Stay close to the wall, the inner wall there. Flip around. Be careful here. You don't want to. I like got up to here and I like jumped off this ball one time and like jumped off and just fell down here and died. Don't do that. Don't let that waste your run. This jump's netted pretty much, so fall down here, you're fine. Alright. Just put your camera through the gap, shift lock, be about like middle height, off, wrap around the wall here. Jump kind of early and just hold, I just do that from the side, it's way easier. This jump's far. On if I don't jump. But yeah, no, that's not hard. I usually just like put my cursor into like the middle of these studs, turn, and then just yeah. So when I do this jump, I hold space so I land on the zip line, and then you just want to keep doing this till you hit the wall. I usually go around the back here, but you can also go from the other side, like over from this side if you want. This thing, like wait till it has like an upwards like slant, and then you do the wrap and then immediately jump to the crosses. This jump is scary. You gotta like turn in as soon as you get around this wall. Land here, jump here. Wait till your character gets like around to here on the zip line, and then jump around. Wrap to this and hold only D, and then switch to holding A as soon as you fall through. You can, even if you keep holding D, like you won't like fall out, like yeah, you'll just do like whatever the heck this is. So, yeah, and then you can just hold A, get onto it. So, if you don't want to do like that switch from D to A super quickly, you don't have to. Don't get downward momentum here, just jump off. You can flick around this either way, but I feel like this way is better. So you gotta lodge in here, and then unlodge, hit the zip line, and stay with, and keep your camera facing forward, and then just jump into the lodge. I'll do that again to show it. It's kind of hard. So usually I just like tap S to like make myself go down the lodge, because if you're too high up, you're gonna make it way harder for yourself to drop down onto the zip line. And then you just, and then, yeah, that jump's hard. It takes practice. The way that I do this is I just jump off normally. You only really need to jump off of it once. You can climb up the other. You can just climb it up it like after you jump off once. But like I usually do it twice just to make sure. This zip line. So I started using T-pose because it just kept not making me hit the zip line for some reason, and I don't know why. But I think it's better. I think you're supposed to do it from the side. Apparently. And then there's like a pole in the middle, so just like try not to do it from the back. Try to do it from here, and then just jump up and go in. But yeah, I think it's farther on the front. I'm not really sure. I might just be stupid, but that's not too hard. It's crap. So for this jump, get all the way to the left, climb down to do a bottom flick, and just flick around, but keep curving in, because you don't want to just like curve around like that. You obviously get stuck on the wall. You gotta curve in. Like you just can see, you gotta in. This wrap is hard. I don't know why I just failed it. Press to the left, flick around the cylinder. There's a little recovery skip you can do if you fall down here. It's actually possible to like jump off of this wedge and get up to this truss. You just kind of gotta get like a weird like high jump off the wedge. I've done it before, but there's an easier recovery than this that I'll show. If I can ever get this. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I've done it before. It's possible. So you could jump onto this structure, but there's an invisible wall surrounding all of it, except for this little half stud I'm standing on, so just be careful of that. And then you can jump from here onto this slope here. So I usually give myself a little bit of a left angle, and then I just wrap it as so. But I gotta show every jump, so I'm gonna go back here. Flick around here. Get up to the very front of this platform so you don't get stopped by the wedge. Here. So you can land on this double jump, and you can double jump on this however many times you want. This is like the only one you should really just like take a second to like do like an extra jump before you go for it, because it's kind of far. I've usually flick around this in third person. I like this jump a lot actually. So you just turn in and you lodge. And then I usually go into ghost mode and I turn my camera around so my character's facing the other way. Then I turn my camera to the side and just keep going to first person and keep turning so I land on the platform. It's a lot to swallow, so I'll do it again. So you just jump in, you lodge, turn around and shift or in first person, and just you gotta curve in a lot for that. Gotcha. On this truss, the right side. Give yourself a little bit of a left angle, climb down, jump off, double jump, like here. For this jump, you gotta go around the wall, like really, like you gotta like stay really close to this wall because you need a lot of height. Like it doesn't look that high up, but like you need a lot of height in order to like get on top of that. I think it feels easier in this game. I'd be buffed in the JToH version, I'm not sure. But yeah. Okay. So don't use shift lock on X pusher lodges. So what you want to do here is you want to jump into the zip line and jump off and lodge into here and stop using shift lock. Now you never want to just stop holding any keys because you'll just flip out like that. You only want to use DNA for the ones that move. Okay, I don't know why I was in that lodge so weird. I just should walk forward, but yeah, you... Basically, if you want to stay still, which you're going to need to do this later, but just spam DNA like this. But yeah, just move yourself to get yourself over the platform, and just like tap DNA a little bit, and just land. You don't want to like... You don't want to like come in like this, and then just unshift lock and go like that, because these keep moving, and they will push you off. It's happened before. Alright, get in the seat jump. Hold D, wrap around this wall. This jump is a nightmare for people who are not good at flicking around trusses. But here's a way to make it easier. Usually what I do is I'll land on the right side of this side, and then I'll flick like that, and then just get downward momentum and land here. So it requires very minimal flicking if you want to do it this way. But like, yeah, if you mess up the landing, then it kind of doesn't work. It's hard. It's very hard to do without knowing how to flick properly. But yeah, you basically only need to flick around it once, and it's just curving around it. But if you do know how to flick around curves as well, then it's pretty simple. Just kind of just take your time with it. Like, you don't. It takes a while to disappear completely. So yeah, don't underestimate this jump. It's kind of far. Okay, 9 outside. So, 9 outside. Oh, I should probably also mention the spotlights that are on this floor. Where are they? There are no spot. Okay, the spotlights on this floor in the JToH version, but they're just not here. But they don't teleport you. Only the ones on floor 3 do. Alright, so, this jump, since it's like, yeah, since it's like curved, I just jump off of it forward. So this is another pusher lodge, but these walls will come towards you once you get into it. You want to jump in and unshift block. Alright, so the pusher lodge isn't moving, as you can see. So that is a bug. Why haven't they fixed it? I don't know. But if you do get stuck in the lodge... Wait, okay, it worked that time. But basically what you want to do, if you get stuck in the lodge, is, you want to, like, go into shift lock and, like, wiggle a little bit, and it should start moving. But it kind of sets you up to be, like, screwed if you do get stuck, because then you'll hardly have enough time to get through the first, like, gateway here. I don't know. So basically, why? I literally unshift locked and it just didn't. What am I doing? Down I go. I just wanted to do it again because I didn't really explain it. But yeah, you just kind of go in and you just tap A and B. You like stay still. Just go through the walls. That. I usually jump to this forward and just turn sideways. For this seat jump, you can jump to the seat and just stay in the seat if you're not ready to do this jump yet. Yeah, you do this as many times as you want, but as you're going forward, just jump off and turn and lodge completely forward and then slide yourself down. That jump is hard. I failed it once in a real run, I think. I don't know, it's pretty tricky. This jump, stay closer to the inner wall over here. Put yourself off the platform. And now, this wrap, it's pretty far, but it's not very hard. I missed the zip line once, and I fell to floor 3, so don't do that. Really not that hard. No need to jump off the zip line, let it ride it up all the way over to here. And now, the seat. And now we're on floor 10. So 10 is very, very scary. But it's very short. So, first jump pretty easy. So these next two jumps, I've found different, like setting it up different ways to work better. Like this jump, you could do it backwards. I personally find that way harder. So I do this jump forwards. I usually like just get up to the corner, turn a lot, and then tap D to like put myself like in the gap. Then do the wrap. This jump, vice versa, you could also do this forward, but I find that way harder. So I do this jump backwards. So yeah, forward for the first one, backwards for this one. And then this is, so you gotta turn in and lodge. And then just, like, usually you can just let go, you like, shimmy yourself down, and then just go turn forward and land on the truss. Alright, so my strat for this is a little weird, but it works pretty well. So get your mouse to around here, like around where like the solid part of the truss is, so around here. And then turn. You don't turn until your mouse goes up. So the way that this works is if your mouse goes off the truss, you fall off the truss. It's pretty simple. So just like turn over to here, and then just like shift lock through the gap. You should be able to do that. Stay really high up. Don't turn your camera a lot like this. Only turn it around this much, and then get down momentum, and you should land on the truss. It's a really weird looking strategy because it kind of utilizes like weird angles, but it works pretty well. Jump I failed twice in a real run. This jump sucks. Basically, the only reason I failed it is because I didn't expect it to be so like close around the wall. I expected the platform to be around here and not here. But yeah, it's really just as simple as just getting around these walls and then just sticking really close to this wall once you get around it. This jump, so you gotta so turn and just lodge in. Even if you lodge this far down, it's not over. So basically what you want to do is you want to just turn sideways and then go through the gaps and land on this zip line. I just messed it up, but you could definitely save if you fall that far down the line. But ideally you want to be like up here. Just push yourself forward over to the edge and then just flick yourself out and land on the zip line. Jump when you get outside of the ring, because if that's an insta-kill, you really don't want to touch that. These last few jumps really aren't that hard. You pretty much passed every hard jump. Just don't mess this up. This jump isn't hard. Just that. So this, you need to keep curved. Once you get around this wall, stay really close to this wall. So, and then land here. I messed it up because I jumped kind of early, but pretty simple. And then the last jump, just line up close to the edge, turn in, and just wrap tightly. It's your main concern is to not get stuck on the stick out. Like, try to jump really late and turn. Like, see, I didn't even land like that close to it, and I landed like here and I still made it. But yeah, your main concern is to not like jump too early and get stuck on the wall like that. Curve around it. It's really not that hard. I'm very glad I didn't fail in a real run. This part is netted, so it doesn't really matter. If you're just like, oh, I'm gonna make it, and then I don't know, usually miss the jump or something. Fine. Hit the button. Up you go to the win room. So, I said it in the community post, but I'll say it here as well. I don't like this tower. I think that it is really annoying to play, and it is just overall not fun. But the creators did an amazing job on it. It is very well made. I just think it's ruined by some jumps, and it's just overall not fun. But it's a very well made tower. So, let me just get that straight. I think they did a great job on it. I personally don't like it, but I can definitely see why people would, and I applaud them for finishing this tower, because it definitely took a lot of effort. But yeah, so that's it. I know I dogged on this tower quite a bit in this, but I really do think that it is a well-made tower and that they did a really good job on it. I just personally don't like it. So yeah, that's that.